Hey, what's up everybody? Dan Henry here, and in this video I am going to show you how to increase the click-through rate in your emails when you're sending video content to your email list, okay? This is a really simple thing, very simple to do. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So every time I want to send out a video to my list, I like to make sure that in the email I put a screen grab of the video, right? So I take what this image you see here is simply I just scroll to a portion of the video where I like to scroll where I'm explaining something. So I'm using a hand gesture, I'm writing on something. It looks like I'm in the middle of talking. That way when people see it, they're like, ooh, I wonder what he's explaining right here. A little bit of a just subconscious curiosity thing. And then I like to put this white play button over it. And the reason I do this is because when you see this, people just automatically get this, they want to click it to play it, right? If I didn't have this play button, so if, like, for instance, if I just went with something like this, it's kind of like it's just an image, you know what I'm saying? But if I have it with a play button, it tends to stand out more and make them more, and I've split tested this, it tends to make them, more likely to click through. And so you want to make sure that you have a link in here. You put your link so that when they click on this, they don't just click on, a portion that you would link where you say click here to watch the video. You'd want them to be able to click on the image as well. Now, you also want this image to appear above the fold. So if I hit preview here, I happen to use Infusionsoft. Doesn't matter what email software you use, but I like to make sure that on both desktop and mobile, this image, appears without having to scroll. Like, I don't want to have to scroll to see it. And people are impatient these days. If you can sort of tell the story in an image, you can get a lot farther. So for instance, the title of this email is how I won 3 𝐶omm Club awards. And so I made a video and I went over my 3 biggest secrets on how I won 3 of the 𝐶omm Club awards, and I put an email. I'm creating an email about it. Now, notice I'm sitting on the couch. I've got 3 𝐶omm Club awards next to me. That kind of in one image tells the story, okay? And then there's a play button. And so if they don't want to actually read, they will see this image and they will kind of get the vague picture of what the email is about or what it could be about. And then that will inspire them to then actually read the text and then potentially click. Okay, so let me just walk you through how to add this white play button really simply. I use a program called Snappa. It's free, and I'm sorry, it's not free, my bad. It's like $100 bucks, $120 a year, so it's basically free. It's super cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than like Photoshop or something. Or if you don't know how to use Photoshop, you can just use this. So let me just actually delete this and just kind of recreate it and show you. So what I do here is all I do is I go and I find a background image, okay? And that is going to be the still that I took from my video. In this case would be this one. I just hit upload image and I upload it. So in this case, it would be this one where I'm talking and I got 3 𝐶omm Club awards. And then I want to go over here to graphics and type in the word play. So I just go to icons, graphics, I type in play, and then I choose a button that I like. I personally like, I think it's this one. Yeah, so I click on that and it pops it right down here in the center, perfectly centered. And I change it to white, and then I reduce it to, I believe, is it 90? Yeah, I reduce it to 90% opacity, just so you can kind of see through it a little bit. And then I click download, and I hit web optimized JPG, and it downloads. And the reason I want to choose web optimized JPG is because I want the smallest file size possible and still looking good, okay? Because, when you send an email, you don't want a large file because it takes too long to load. And then I just go back here and I, hit change image and I browse and I find my image and I upload it. And that's that, okay? And so just to sum this up, you want to, number one, choose a screen grab from your video that shows you in process of explaining or doing something to inspire curiosity. Number 2, you want to add a play button to the image to entice people to click on it. Number 3, you want to make sure that this image is clickable. So you want to type in, you know, for instance, soldoutcourses.com/ I believe this is a 2, club. And you want to make sure that it's clickable. So that's the third thing. And the fourth thing is you want to make sure that it's above the fold, meaning when somebody watches or reads the email on both mobile and desktop, they see this image without having to scroll down. And if you do this, you should be able to improve your click rate as opposed to not doing it. Okay, and if you were doing it but you weren't going above the fold, you weren't doing you weren't making the screen grab a portion of the video where you were writing something down or explaining something, if you follow these 4 tips that I gave you, then you should be able to increase the click-through rate and sell more of your digital products and services. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, of course you'll want to subscribe to me on YouTube or wherever you're watching this. But if you want more training from me, I do have a 1-hour class where I show you exactly how I build a $10 million online education business. And what I mean by that is selling my knowledge online through digital products, online courses, coaching, things like that. And that training is 100% free. I'll leave a link included with this video somewhere, and you can watch that training, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.